Hi, this is Alex from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book on record episode to do. Today's book is The Roadrunner, A Very Scary Lesson from 1977. So let's get started.
Hi, boys and girls. This is your Peter Pan storyteller. When you hear this sound, turn the page. Now, let's read together. Beep, beep. The Roadrunner, a very scary lesson. One bright and cheerful day, the Roadrunner and his children set off for an early morning round of running and beeping. The sun shone on the cactus, and the air was clear and warm. How the sand sparkled before their eyes. It was a perfect day for an outing. Beep, 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 beep. Perched high up on a cactus, an elf owl was preparing for his long day's nap. Like most owls, he was awake at night, his big eyes blinking in the moonlight. But when the sun came out, he began to get very sleepy and dozed off until it was dark again. Once he went to sleep, he didn't like to be disturbed, and at first he was annoyed at being awakened by all the beeping. He liked Roadrunner, however, so he was glad to see him.
Here, what's all this noise? Oh, it's you, Roadrunner. What a fine family you have. My, how your children have grown. Going for a run? Well, be careful. I saw tracks last night. Be on the lookout for Wile E. Coyote.
Beep, 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 beep. Roadrunner thanked the owl for the warning. So Roadrunner took his brood aside and told them all about Wile E. Coyote and how dangerous he was. He warned them about falling for his tricks. One of the little Roadrunners thought maybe they should just stay inside where it was safe. But Papa Roadrunner said that in order to stay healthy, Roadrunners had to go out every day to beep and run. Soon they were on their way. The elf owl had just gone back to sleep and didn't hear the Roadrunner family give him a cheery goodbye. Beep, beep. He also didn't see the coyote's shadow following the happy birds. Soon the Roadrunners reached some bubbling mud pits. A group of tortoises lay there, basking in the sun and yawning contentedly. Want to join us in this lovely squishy mud? It's lots of fun. You'll like digging your toes into the soft earth and feeling the hot sun on your back. We often stay here all day long. It's a great way to relax. Roadrunner thanked the tortoises for their invitation, but he explained that everyone had a different way of enjoying himself. He and his family, he told them, simply had to beep and run. So he said goodbye to the tortoises, and he and the little Roadrunners continued down the path, running and beeping all the way. Beep, 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 beep. Neither the Roadrunners nor the tortoises heard the stealthy padding of coyote feet close behind the unsuspecting birds. On their way went the Roadrunners, with Papa out in front. Suddenly the children chased away on their own, for they had spied a creature they didn't know. Papa looked around and couldn't find them, so he called. Beep, beep. And they answered. Beep, beep. He soon found them chatting with a mother mountain lion and her two tiny cubs.
So glad you dropped in. I'd like you to meet my babies, Rough and Tumble. They've been hoping to make friends and would love to have someone to play with. Can you stay for a while?
Beep, beep. So Papa Roadrunner sat with Mother Mountain Lion while the children happily chased each other in circles. Around and around they went, laughing and beeping. Beep, beep.
I'm surprised you let your children run around as freely as you do. They seem to be going every which way. Personally, I like to keep my cubs close by, where I can always keep an eye on them. Beep, 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 beep.
But Roadrunner explained that if his children didn't run around and beep, they wouldn't be Roadrunners.
Oh, that's true. But of course, you've warned them about Wile E. Coyote. I'm sure I wouldn't want one of my precious babies wandering into his clutches. I know you Roadrunners are very fast, but that coyote plays so many wicked tricks. You never know what he's up to next.
I'll turn the record over to the other side.
Beep beep.
For just a moment, the little roadrunners looked around nervously, but the open desert was too inviting for them to worry too much. Papa Roadrunner promised Mother Mountain Lion that they'd be back to visit again soon, but he told her that at that moment, they simply had to beep and run.
Now, Rough and Tumble, you stop that squabbling and play nicely. Maybe later we'll have some friendly visitors again.
Little did Mother Mountain Lion know that a certain coyote was steadily trailing her new friends. At the end of the trail, Papa Roadrunner told his children they could explore on their own. They ran off beeping happily, and he looked for a place nearby where he could rest and enjoy the dry desert day on his own.
Beep beep.
Ah, but all was not well. Someone was watching Papa Roadrunner go off by himself. Someone saw that the little Roadrunners were alone. It was none other than Wile E. Coyote. He laughed to himself and hunted through a nearby junk pile.
Let's see here. What would be really interesting to three innocent young roadrunners? I must find something. Once I get their attention, I won't even have to chase them. They'll walk right up to me. A bicycle horn. Just the thing. It'll sound just like a roadrunner, and they'll be here in a flash. Oh, no, it's full of sand. Here, let me try this car horn. Oh, that'll never do. It doesn't sound anything like them.
Then the coyote found an old truck. It was battered and dented, but the horn still worked. He crouched way down in the seat and pressed the horn. Sure enough, it sounded just like a real roadrunner. Soon the children were answering, and they got closer and closer.
Beep 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 beep.
Before long, the little roadrunners were right beside the truck, and they couldn't understand why the beeping had stopped. Suddenly, the truck door flew open, and out jumped Wile E. Coyote. The little roadrunners knew at once that this was the terrible fellow they had been warned about. They turned around and began to run. The chase was on.
Beep beep.
They raced over tires, leaped across a rusty bathtub, and skipped upon old magazines and newspapers. The coyote was right behind them.
Beep 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 beep.
Then they climbed a mountain of furniture and bounced into a valley of bed screens. Wile E. Coyote came closer every minute. At last, they dashed around the corner of the wrecked truck and ran smack into Mother Mountain Lion, the one creature the coyote really feared.
What's going, little roadrunners? Is that nasty coyote after you? Wile E. Coyote, I'll give you 1 minute to go on your way before I come after you myself. Now get going.
I'm getting out of here.
And pretty soon, Wile E. Coyote was out of sight. Papa Roadrunner had been nearby, watching everything, and ready to help if his children needed him. He knew they had learned a lesson about the tricks coyotes play, and he was sure that they wouldn't be fooled again.
Beep beep.
Then the Roadrunner thanked Mother Mountain Lion and told her that he and his children would be running and beeping along to their own little beds after a long and tiring day and a scary lesson.
Beep beep.
And so, all in a line, the Roadrunners went home, looking forward to the next day's adventures and the friends they would visit.
Beep 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 beep.
So that was The Roadrunner, a very scary lesson from 1977. So please, so I hope you liked this video a lot. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and have a groovy day. And our next book will be Scooby-Doo in the Mystery of the Strange Paw Print.